We're on our way to Norway at the moment for a little road trip, and we had to pull over because we just came to this beautiful spot in the mountains and there are just reindeer everywhere. This is crazy. Oh, it is very windy and it is 8 degrees at the moment, which is crazy because I left Australian winter and it was warmer than it is right now in Swedish/Norwegian summer. We made it to our cozy home in Norway for the next few nights in a small town called Tidal. The sun is sort of playing tricks on us today. It keeps coming out and then going behind the clouds, and when it comes out it is absolutely beautiful, but as soon as it goes behind the clouds it gets pretty cold. I know I already said this, but I just cannot believe how I left Australia thinking it was pretty cold, and it is the same temperature there as it is here at the moment. I think this trip is going to be a bit of fun because usually I'm the one planning all my trips, looking up where to go and what to do, but because I'm here with my mom and her partner and haven't done any research, I'm sort of just tagging along and going with the flow. All I know is that tomorrow my mom and I are going to be doing a hike in the area, and I know it's going to be really beautiful. It feels like such a breath of fresh air to be back in the north, literally and figuratively. I spent the last few days in Stockholm with my sister, and as much as I love strolling around European cities, coming back to the north just makes me realize how good it is for us to be out in nature. I think instinctively we already know this, but it can be easy to forget at times just how good nature makes you feel.
Ja, vi ska plocka blåbär och hallon. Yay. Jag tror det bara var det vi såg. Men det var mycket hallon. Ja. Så det blir bra.
Så fint här.
Det är ganska mycket maskigt. De där är inte helt klara. Kolla Mattea, det är massor där nere. Oh.
Really?
Massor. Jag går ner dit, eller vill att jag ska... De som jag plockar har i alla fall ingen mask. Jag behöver få bottenskyla. Så där det covers the bottom.
We found a few. Oh, do you find some blueberries?
I don't know. It should be everywhere. Like, this is weird. Like, why is it only...
Usually there's more blueberries.
Oh, they should be everywhere, but I don't know.
Apparently the raspberries here have a lot more antioxidants because of the UV light.
There's more, yeah, there's more light.
A fact I just learned from my mom. Actually, I think you told me that 2 years ago. When we were picking blueberries.
It's true.
Yeah.
The berries up here are much higher in antioxidants.
All of the clouds cleared and it is so beautiful now. We have sun. Do you think it'll stick around for tomorrow?
Yes, I do. It's
Yay.
supposed to be really nice tomorrow. Oh, listen. Listen to this.
For the river.
It's so, you can't even see it, but you know it's down there. See it? See?
For dinner, they have this little house with a fire that you can cook on. It's so cool. Got the fire going with some veggies. Look how cozy this is. I love it so much.
Ja, nu ska vi se. Om jag stannar på den här sidan då.
Ska jag flytta på den här?
Den här tror jag
Kan
är
jag
klar.
sätta den där, eller hur? Så. Finns det inga andra? Do you want this here?
Sure.
Nej.
Oh yeah, not next to the wood. Maybe just there. I came back up the hill to watch the sunset behind the mountain, and it is so quiet up here. But wow, it turned out to be such a beautiful day today. The only sound I can hear is the bells from the sheep. There are tons in this area and they all have these collars with bells on them. They're so cute.
Vår egen matsal.
Men sån här ska man faktiskt kunna ha hemma också. Men då...
Var?
The next morning we drove about 20 minutes towards the mountains for our hike. The wind was fierce and inside the car was very toasty and warm, which made me a little bit worried for the day ahead. We're all packed up and ready to go on our hike. It is pretty windy today, a bit cold.
We'll be okay.
I think we're prepared.
Yeah, Sverige. So we're right on the border. That would be really cool if we can see this one because it's a cool, that's a really cool shape. That's so weird. I just said it and here they are. Kantareller.
We found some mushrooms.
Chanterelles. Whoa. This is fun. I think we'll have to get them on our way back.
We're about halfway and we're at this little guest house sort of thing where you can stop and eat lunch. We got some muffins as a snack that my mom made. You came so prepared. It's surprisingly warm, especially when the sun comes out, so I think it's time to take off these pants. Here we were, thought we were going to be freezing, but it's quite the opposite. Much better.
On the other hand.
We took the wrong route, so we are trudging through this hill. It's a little bit marshy. Trying to get up there. Give us a... We made it to the top. It is a little bit windy up here. That's so beautiful. The sun's shining. And we can see all around us. So pretty.
We're so lucky that it was clear.
Yeah, I know. Could have easily been just foggy and cloudy and not being able to see anything. Fill it all the way up. Fresh water from the stream. Back in our little cabin, making some dinner.
Making some strange Swedish chicken.
Anyway.
Now vi ska göra curry. Curry.
And here's our little beds. It's my mom's. I slept up here last night and it was actually so cozy.
It was so comfortable.
Wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
I had the best sleep.
I think this would be good.
bed. Back to Sweden, and we stopped off at this beautiful waterfall. Look at this.
Still hope to hear from you most days, even though it's over and now you're gone. Feel like it all went too fast. Now I'm stuck in heartbreak, and the pain is so moving.
We made it back from Norway, and it was so cute on the way home. There were so many reindeer running across the road and alongside of us. They have such a nice nature to them. I have a bit of a quick turnaround. Tonight I'm going on another camping trip with some friends, Frida and Leo. I've never actually met them, but I've been chatting with Frida online for years, so I already feel like I know her in some ways. They've been traveling around Norway and we're heading down the center of Sweden, so it was the perfect opportunity to catch up. The plan is to drive about an hour and a half down to a lake. They're in their Land Rover with their rooftop tent, and I'm going to be taking this Volkswagen camper van. Lars purchased it about a year ago, and I think it's gonna feel like luxury compared to what I'm used to. I am slightly nervous to drive it because it is so big, but because I was just in Portugal driving on the other side of the road, and it was also a manual car, I think that is helping my confidence a little bit. They're going to be arriving soon, so I have a few more things to get packed and we'll be on our way. This is going to be my home tonight. I don't know if it has a name. I'll have to ask my mom. That's a wide lens. I'm gonna have to be. Okay, please. Got my fingers crossed. Please work, please work, please work. You're Henry. Henry.
There you go. That one lager, so that should be a little bit lighter.
Which one? Two. So amped. Hi! You're a little bit wet, but it's okay because you already soaked my leggings anyway. What's in it? Tea. Oh. Makes sense.
Well, there's not very much in here right now. Tea and some electrolytes.
Ooh.
It's like normal tea, but with like biscuit flavor.
Where's it gone?
Where'd you put it? I did not have the best sleep last night. It was raining quite a bit. And although this bed is cozy, it is a little bit hard. But it's 7 a.m. now, so I think it's time to get up. It is pretty windy and cold this morning. Hello. Good morning. You bring me a stick to throw. What's this for me? Rita's on the coffee.
We only have one option.
Okay.
Coffee. Perfect.
In the cozy van to hide away from the wind.
It looks really sunny now.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I feel like it's deceiving though. It kind of looks cold still.
Yeah, when I went to go get bits from the fridge, it was like
Yeah.
crisp.
There's a woman here now. I'm like, yeah, we're not there. Good boy.
Emma, as he's getting older, he's getting
What are we doing? In club.
Sveriges vackraste by.
Cutest shop.
Ost. Det låter ju intressant. Värm i ugnen på 150 grader tills den är mjuk. Servera med valfria grönsaker och bröd. Den ska vi prova.
Okej.
Ska vi äta ikväll. Moo!
It is my last night in Sweden, which feels so bittersweet. I've had such a great time here and I've just felt so at peace. Sweden has a way of always making me feel like that. I think it's a bit of a mix between childhood nostalgia and just the fact that it is so beautiful and peaceful. Especially up north here, there's so much space and so much stillness. It's pretty crazy how quickly the days are getting shorter and shorter. When I arrived just a few weeks ago, the sun was setting at about 10 p.m. I believe, and now it is setting at 8:50, so it's shifted more than an hour in not very long at all. The air is feeling a little bit crisp too, which means that autumn is slowly creeping in. The craziest thing happened last night though. I set my camera out to try and capture some stars. I wasn't sure if it was going to work because the days are still quite long, so I wasn't sure if it was going to pick anything up. But when I checked the camera this morning and watched the time lapse back, I noticed it picked up the northern lights, which is wild. There's so many mosquitoes biting me right now. This is the first night that I've really noticed them. I've still yet to see them with my own eyes. I've only seen them on the camera here, and I saw the southern lights in New Zealand. I also set up a time lapse there and went and got the camera at about 4 a.m. and was blown away. It's super interesting how the southern lights have a really pinky color, but the northern lights are fully green from what I've experienced anyway. I'm really looking forward to coming back here in winter. I've always sort of just come in the summertime because that's when it is the warmest, but I would love to come here in the winter. Lars was telling me that the best time to come in the winter is March because the days aren't as dark. There's some hope there that the warmer days are coming and they're a lot brighter, and apparently it's just super still and beautiful. So hopefully in the next few years I'll get to come experience that. I also realized I never shared why we were up north. Going back to my mom's story a little bit, she moved to Canada when she was about 20, I think. She started in the States when she was 18, out of high school, went to university in Canada, and ended up staying there for 30 years because she met my dad and had 3 kids. From what I remember my whole life, she always did really miss Sweden. The last few years, she reconnected with one of her childhood friends, who is Lars. They got talking, and since she always did have this urge to move back to Sweden, it was the perfect opportunity for her to do so. I'm super happy for her because I think it is what she always wanted deep down. She said that this has always felt like home to her, which I fully understand now that I don't live in my home country either. There are a lot of amazing times, but there are also a lot of tough times not being where you grew up and not being around what you're familiar with. I think it's just something to remember that, not that she's that old, but you're never too old to go after your dreams and do what makes you happy. I find it really inspiring. I'm just happy that she's happy here. I'm also very happy that my Sweden adventures don't end just because my mormor's not here anymore. So Hopefully it will be a tradition to keep coming back here every summer or maybe winter, we'll see. Tomorrow I'm flying to Canada to see some of my other family, and I know that the next month will be pretty busy catching up with people. I kind of feel like I don't want to leave, but also I am excited to move on to the next chapter because this is the thing. Life just keeps going on, doesn't it?
I got one nice shot, maybe two.
Can I see them?
It's pretty. And then that one, but I don't know which one's better. Probably this one because it's centered.
That cloud's making it super moody, but
it's kind
so
of
nice.
And then I did 3 different birches because I think it's like we're all the same, but we're each unique. We're all unique, and it's like, look at the birch trees. Here we have one, this smooth young one. Here we have one that's had a rough life, and this guy's just aging. But here's a family of birches. But look at this one. I actually think they're kind of pretty.
Yeah, they're beautiful. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you either in Canada or back in Australia. Mwah.